So we're given 1 gram of iodine crystals, or I2 because it's a diatomic molecule, and 1.5 grams of Zn. So the equation for this would be Zn plus I2 yields ZnI2. Let's go to a new slide. So we are asked to find what the limiting reactant is. So let's just use zinc. So zinc. So there we have 1.5 grams of zinc over 1. We want to get the amount of moles, so we use the molar mass. So there's 1 mole of zinc, which has 65.38 grams of zinc. So you can cancel out the grams of zinc here and the grams of zinc there, so we're left with moles. But I don't have enough room, so I'll just draw an arrow down here. And now we're going to use the mole ratio between the zinc and the iodine in the reactants. But it's 1:1, so 1 mole of I2 to 1 mole of Zn. Doesn't change anything, we're just getting from moles of Zn to moles of iodine. So last step to figuring out how much of the iodine we need is that we use its molar mass. So there are, not that many. There are 253.809 grams of I2 in 1 mole of I2. So these moles of I2 and these moles of I2 cancel out. So this gives us 5.823 grams of I2 needed. So now what we have, so we have 1 gram of I, and we calculated that we need 5.823 grams of iodine. So that tells us that the iodine is the limiting reactant, because we don't have as much as we need. In turn, the zinc has to be the excess. Zinc has to be the excess reactant. So now that we have that, we can figure out what the theoretical yield of this reaction will be. So always start with a limiting reactant, because that's only how much you'll be able to make from it. So we have 1 gram of I2 over 1 multiplied by the mole ratio of iodine. So grams on the bottom to cancel out the ones over here on the top. So it's 253.809 grams of I2 to 1 gram of I2, 1 mole, sorry, of I2. So that leaves us with just moles. Again, I don't have enough room, so I'll go down here. And now we can use the mole ratio to convert the moles from iodine to zinc iodine, which is the product. So there are, which is 1-to-1 really, so it's not changing anything. So 1 mole of I2 to 1 mole of zinc iodine. So we just use this to cancel out the moles of I2 here and there. We're just left with the moles of zinc iodine. And now we just get the molar mass of zinc iodine to figure out how many grams theoretically we will have. So in 1 mole of ZnI2, we can cancel those moles out, so we're just left with grams. There are 319.189 grams of ZnI2. So you do the math, calculations, and you're left with 1.258 grams of ZnI2.